about 2 or 3 years ago, possibly UCLA could be vulnerable for an upset because Coastal Carolina was a much better team then. They had a guy who they felt was maybe a NFL type quarterback at that time, and they just had a really good unit at that moment. And I think what they did was they sent a big message for the conference that they're in, the Sun Belt. I just truly feel like that. And they had just stepped into FBS play and everything like that. So it was huge at the moment, but now when you really get to the gist of things, it's a little different. And as you guys can see, that's going to be the starter for UCLA. Mr. Gabos will be starting for UCLA on Saturday. He's a red shirt junior, so he's waited a little bit of time for his turn. And the Bruins do have a freshman there who's a big elite freshman as well too. So I'm thinking that they're giving Gabbers the opening shot to go ahead and do another evaluation, because I know that possibly that this game will probably be dual quarterbacks. I got the feeling that's going to happen here, and Chip Kelly has never been scared to do that. He did that a lot in the DTR era as well too, and Gabbers was the quarterback a lot of times when we used to be like, okay, the passer and the runner. And then after a while, pretty much DTR was able to do both. So he does have the experience. It's not like he's a guy who hasn't done this before. And I know that's why Chip Kelly has him in play to be the man when it comes to the starting position come Saturday. This is not a permanent job for him. He's going to really have to earn it. And we know that it's going to take another big type game, a big game situation for him to actually get the job, solidified for him. It's going to be tough, but UCLA is a team that a lot of us really are looking at, and we got questions, but we know that their expectations aren't as high as USC's expectations. We know that. But we know that UCLA has some very good athletes there, and they're guys that will be in the draft this year as well too. They're top players. Aiden Atkins looks like he's about to be somebody who's going to be very special for UCLA this year. He spent his first years at the West Point Academy and was a very effective player. And people do have to remember a few years back, Army was a team that was a little bit on the rise. They got a big blowout bowl win over a Houston team that at the time was a pretty damn good team, and they blew Houston right off the field. So Army is a disciplined situation. So Atkins is going to come in and be a very good leader for this UCLA team moving forward. It gives him the opportunity to chase his NFL dream as well too. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Then they have some pretty good transfers coming in as well too. They got Stone coming from USC, a guy that actually scored a touchdown against UCLA last year. And it's crazy that you get a USC receiver to come on over to play for UCLA, and you really would have never thunk it. Like, not you can see something like that when you're switching up from your high school and everything like that. You're out of your commitment, but not when you're already an established college football player that you go to the arch rival. Like, it's okay in pro sports, but in college, it's a little different. You know what I mean? It's a little different. So that's something new, rare, but that's what we're going to get in the portal. That's what we're going to get with the NILs and stuff like that. So that's how it goes. But UCLA being upset, it's going to take a lot for Coastal Carolina to beat them, and it's going to have to be a UCLA team that's making a whole lot of mistakes for that to actually happen. So it's going to be a good game, and we're going to see how it goes. We're going to see how it shakes out, and we'll move forward from there.